Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. And this is going to be part one of the Telemon Heavy Dreadnought project. So, started a Adeptus Custodes army, and very first model I decided to pick up. Well, actually, I picked up two from Forge World, were the obviously the Telemon and then the Aquilin Terminators, and those are some chunky boys, but they're going to have their own little series. So. For the Telemon, the first part is going to be subassemblies and magnetizing. So these are incredibly easy to magnetize. In fact, they're so easy to do. If you don't do it, it just doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, because this sculpt is very nice, and what the people who designed it, actually, let me get the really cool laser pointer here. Not laser pointer, sorry, pointer. Is they'll give you this big recessed area. And this is the largest recess area to where it fits, insert tab A into slot B, and it'll articulate there for posing purposes. So this one is of the extreme ends, but when we get over to like this one here, it's you get that little gap right there. You just get some green stuff, you pack that in there, and then you just stick your magnet. Now the green stuff, it does shrink once it cures, so you just make it like what I did with this one is I just dipped my tip of my finger in some water, went over and got it flush, and then you can kind of see how it shrank a bit and went in. You do that to the other side as well. Actually, in focus, and boom, right there. So now this is perfectly opposable, sits on there really well, and in case there are, hit the microphone, some updated stuff coming out with the Custodes in the future, or some new weapon loadouts, we have that. And same thing with the elbow joints for the guns. So this one happens to sit right here for that one, but we get this going on here. So same thing, just get some green stuff, pack it in there, put the magnets, boom, ready to go. So very easy, very simple. You don't have to do any modifications or drilling or cutting for the model anyway. But if you're working with Forge World, you're doing some of that higher end stuff anyway, and I know most people who are working with the resin aren't opposed to doing that already, and I certainly wasn't. When I got all of my stuff out, I got my drill, I got my glue, I got all the stuff you use to typically magnetize larger models. Then I started looking at it and I was like, oh no. Let's just keep this nice and simple. Let's not overthink this and over-engineer it. And fuck, like 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes. In fact, after I got this one in and did the other one, I went on autopilot, just did all of them. And when I got done, I was like, I probably should have made a video about it. But I'll probably do that in the future. I've been playing a lot of Tabletop Simulator with my Custodes army, and I like the way these things perform. So right now I have it set up with one of these and the fist. I'm probably going to end up getting another one of these. These things performed great. Just the profile, or the ability to switch profiles on them. Fantastic. So I'll probably pick up another one of those and then do a video, just a really quick one about how to do it. But the sub-assemblies for this model, I'm going to do the torso here, for this sub-assembly, for paint it there, and this one I'm actually going to start painting it in sections, because how it is going to sit. We got our leg section here. Oh, have it backwards. Leg section there, and then a foot, and that's going to make up this whole leg, as well as the armor panel. It's conveniently located right there. So we get that going. I just don't know what pose I want this guy in, so I'm leaving it out. Just it's only 3 parts, not going to be too hard. Crank all these out. Like where this one's drying, I can knock out this one, and while that was drying, do the foot, and then by the time these two, that one will be completely dry. It'll go really fast this way. I just don't know what pose I typically want to make him in, so that's the reason why I'm being a little more weird and doing it a whole bunch of components. I do have to go back and rewash these. I did leave a little bit of mold release on that one, so I have to go back and wash this. But for the most part, really, really nice, easy kit, easy to magnetize. I actually really like building it so far and getting everything. And let's see, I've only had maybe 2 to 3 games with the Custodes through Tabletop Simulator, though, and they've all been against the Dark Eldar. Pretty tough army already, but did perform really well, and I might end up just getting 2 more of these and making a spearhead detachment out of them. I do like the way they performed. So I don't know if that'll put me into that guy territory with this army or not, but all that great stuff. So this is part 1, just sub-assemblies, magnetizing, and get on to painting. Also, let's see here, kind of doing some experimentation with the base. I think I'm going to abandon this style of marble base. There's another technique I want to try. And the snow base, looking back at all the different color combinations, I'm not sure that I want to go with permafrost or snow, or ice, I should say, for them. I'll probably do that with a different army. I was thinking about doing Jade for the base. I'll probably get another test base going here soon to show. Actually, let me have stuff in focus while I'm talking here. But I'll probably do that for its own video. But sub-assemblies, going to be painted this way, magnetizing super easy, and this thing just flew together fast. I mean, this is like shoulder pads are one piece. That one's head slots there, so backpack. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 parts make this up. And luckily for me, most of the parts that required bubbling or liquid green stuffing are required liquid green stuff for the bubbles. There we go. Or we're on the inside of the model, so stuff that's going to get covered up. Now there's a few spots where okay, so right here, can't really tell, probably end up having to take some still photos, but there's a bubble there that I need to fill. But that's about the only spot on this one so far. There's 1 or 2 spots on like this part here. It's big enough to where you can see it right on the camera. Maybe I can get it close, and then I don't have it on autofocus, so let's see here. There we go. So that's a big enough bubble that I need to fill. However, the way it sits in this groove right there, I could be really lazy and just leave it in there, and no one would be the wiser until that magnet popped off. Actually, while I got here, we can show you that one there. Boom. So that would be the other one. But other than that, great detail on this model. Just a little touch up here and there. Other than that, really like it. So stand by for part 2, and I'll see you guys then.